Hello, everyone. This is the 4th episode of Kanpai Cast. Yes, I did just have an entire brain freeze for a second. And I am, your regular host, Xenogelion. I am joined by my two combatants. Yes, combatants, not comrades. MDRLOz and Nasuth, who is down below. God, I'm so glad we have this deckboard situation under wraps. Completely forgot to hit nameplates. Good job, person who hit nameplates. Yeah, this is why we got a team here. All good to go. Right.
It takes a village. Yeah. It takes an anime village.
Yes.
Okay, random. Right, so yeah, we are here. We're doing the Kanpai Cast again, and this week our episode is we nicknamed this Trope versus Trope. So the whole premise of this episode, and this will happen again in the future, is we take a list of different top 10 tropes as decided by Watch Mojo in this instance, and we actually break down what we think of each individual trope, why they potentially picked it, and whether or not their reasoning behind it is kind of justifiable.
Yeah. Spoiler, some of it's not.
Right, well,
right. So
before you begin, I will get into my trope skin and shall use it for tropes.
He's got a very special costume today.
So me and Nasuth did some exploring on VR chat last week, and we have found many skins, and I will now start using them, different one each episode.
Where was I during this?
You were sleeping, I think.
Yeah, you were just tired last week, weren't you?
I think you went. Yeah. Where are my feet gone?
Was this after recording last week?
Oh, no, you weren't you still at your parents?
I was at my folks.
Yeah.
So
that's why.
I have to go get food and stuff. Right, okay.
Yep.
God, you guys were exploring.
Oh, we discovered some amazing things.
We were doing work for the podcast. We were trying to make it all spiffy and amazing.
It's tiny.
Oh,
what? Man, it's really tiny. Let's move that camera down a bit. I think I need to... A bit smaller.
I don't remember it being tiny.
No, but it seems to be. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. Oh yeah.
What the hell? Oh my god! Can you bring the camera down a bit lower?
Yeah, on the camera lower, yeah.
We've got an entire area just full of muscle Pokemon.
Oh my god!
And we're like, this one is being used.
This one has to be used.
Yeah, this one's. Yeah, we go.
Oh my god! Can you flex
lower?
us? Just give us a little flex. Give us a little flex.
You want flex? Okay. I can flex what you want.
Oh, so strong.
Yeah.
Like, have you worked on leg day at all?
Oh, legs. I got legs. Hang on. Let's try and find the legs.
Oh, that's a foot.
That'll
definitely hit the
beautiful
YouTube
legs.
algorom.
Look at these beautiful legs.
What the hell? Oh wait, no, you're sitting down, aren't you? Oh my god.
Yep. I can stand up if you want.
God.
I'm gonna stand up.
What is this?
There you go.
What is this? Okay,
we're ready. Let's get these tropes on.
This is a complete surprise for me. I'm not gonna. Why is Pikachu's head always pointing up? Like, you just seem to be constantly looking up.
It's probably just how I set it. I can look forward. I can look into the camera. I suppose this is because my first time with eyes. You haven't really seen me with eyes as well.
That's true.
So yeah, I look into the camera. I can look into the camera. I can
look deeply into the souls of our viewers.
Yes.
I think. Oh my god, it's so wrong. Anyway. So moving on into housekeeping. So one of the big things that we did this week is I managed to successfully rebuild the entirety of deck board. So it's all automatic. There was so much manual administration that needed to be done and coordinated between myself and Nasuth, making sure that the correct image. It's all done now. It's just manual.
I literally just open a web page and it does it. It does it. I don't have to do anything anymore.
Yeah. So it'll throw up errors if there's stuff missing, or but it's yep. We've also added in support for tropes to each show. These are completely subjective to top men grading the shows. So if you don't agree with the show appearing on a specific trope, please don't hold it against us. It was the decisions made of top men.
Top man.
Top 10.
And then the last part of housekeeping is there's a new segment that will be added between the main topic of the episode and the responses from last week, which is supporter questions. So these are questions that have been asked by my Patreon supporters. All you have to do is support for $1, and then you've got access to this on Discord. Nasuth will be doing his own Patreon sometime in the not too distant future, and I am assuming we'll amalgamate the questions together.
Yep.
So there we go. Cool, but yeah, But first, the actual topic for the episode, which is what's called the Watch Mojo top 10 tropes.
Tropey dopes.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So far, I think we'll make tropes versus trope. Obviously, there's so many tropes to recur. The first one we'll do is we've got Watch Mojos, which is it's not just tropes, is it? It's
they call it clichés.
Clichés and tropes.
So this video was from 2015.
Right. Okay.
I'm surprised they've not done another one more recently.
Well, good do.
But yeah, so they had a lot of stuff in there. Do we want to list off what they had in there, or do we just want to break them down one at a time?
Should we give them do you have could you read out the top 10 that they did?
Cool. Nasuth, do you want to do it?
Sure. So we have Tsundere, transformations.
You got to do number 10.
So
Tsundere.
Number 10, Tsundere. Number 9, transformations. Number 8, exposition heavy. Number 7, harems. Number 6? Yes.
Yeah.
Power of friendship. I can count, honestly. Power of friendship, or friendship overcomes everything. Number 5 is the Logan's Run rule. Which is a strange one. Well, I mean,
yeah.
It's a very poor name, I think. Number 4 is Hair Principle. Number 1. Number 3 is high school. Just high school. Number 2 is
all of that.
fan service, and number 1 is facial expressions.
Right. Okay, so just so everyone wants
some honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions, yeah.
So those were protagonist sits next to a window, protagonist always eats a whole lot, single parent, nosebleed when excited, and over-the-top costumes.
Right.
I'm not sure how deeply we'll get into those, but...
So if you want to watch the video that we've watched, I assume there'll be a link in the top of the description?
Yes.
Yes. So go over watch there if you want to watch it. It's only, 5 minutes long?
7-ish, something like that.
Yeah, 8 minutes
7
long.
minutes long, right? So we're not going to watch it within this video, though, this time. If people think that's a better way of doing it, then let us know. We're obviously still experimenting and changing things. But so, check out that video if you want to watch it first, and you can follow along as we discuss it. So are we just going to should we go 10 to 1 now and go through them?
Yeah, I think so. So one of the nice things we did was, I hope that actually works. Oh, I think I've lost control again.
Oh no!
So
hit
hit
that.
Control is lost.
Yep, and then hit
Tsundere.
Oh, there we go. Tsundere. So yeah. How do you guys feel about this being in their list to start with?
I mean, it is kind of a trope in anime.
Yeah, seeing as it actually even has a Japanese name, this one I feel fits in there fine. I mean, the concept is actually more universal, and you could put it into other things. But the fact that I know this trope from the Japanese word, and that's how I first knew about it, I think it's perfectly fine that's in there.
I don't know if I'd say it's overused. Yeah, I guess it could be, because it does show up a lot.
I mean, when I was going through setting this all up, Tsundere is actually a classification of genre for Anime Planet, which is again how we do all our genres and things.
Mm.
So yeah, I completely agree with you guys. It does feel like it is something that is solidly a staple. But one thing I noticed is the shows that are typically labeled or have the genre tsundere are they're not the most riveting show.
They can be, but
a
lot of times they're not.
The only ones that I typically had were if I get my list up, it was.
Well, I was going to say if we could put if it was a case that we could pull up the web link and show. I assume you could go for like click Tsundere and then click the top rated Tsundere show. Could we bring that up?
No, well, not unless we pause. Actually, no. Technically,
we could. Yeah, I can do it.
Do you want to smack on the pause button? Do you want to hit the pause?
Pause.
So we did it.
We did it.
We used. Yeah,
we have.
Right, so we went on Anime Planet and we got the top list. That's too small for me to read now. Can you actually sort of there we go, right. So
this is the top 14?
Yeah.
There's more, but yeah.
But it's
I know there's more, but let's just have a look at what are the top 14. I mean, normally you look at the top 5 or top 10. We got the top 14 here, so dig through what we got.
This one.
Yeah, so we got Monogatari, or the second season. I've not actually seen this, nor have I seen Maid-sama, but I have seen Toradora.
Right. Now, you were saying earlier that shows which have tsundere as the thing, you felt the story was a bit there. So the third one, top third, is that one that you would classify in your earlier statement? Okay.
Yeah. And I never finished Toradora. So it's very much a case of like boy meets girl, boy likes other girl, girl likes boy, girl decides to show affection by punching him a lot. As you do, and it's kind of like slice of life. A lot of tsundere shows that are like really tsundere heavy have a lot of slice of life elements to them.
Just looking at these pictures, I would have guessed. I would put money on slice of life being a sub tag for just about all of them. Right, do you want to keep going for a few more?
Yeah.
Is that one of your least favorite tags? Is it, Nasuth?
Yeah, slice of life and isekai are probably two of my least favorite right now.
Okay, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
So we got next? Nodame Cantabile, which I assume is the final season. Nodame Cantabile, it's the same show. Nodame Cantabile in Paris. It's again the same show. I didn't even look at that.
It's weird that the show has been able to maintain that tsundere tag for 3 different seasons, or one spin-off for the season and the finale. I don't know. Next.
Yeah. Sakaiichi Hatsukoi.
Hatsukoi.
Yep.
Yeah, like I have no idea what this show is. I've never heard of this one. Then we have Full Metal Panic Fumofo, which actually let's so we got Full Metal Panic Fumofo, we've got Full Metal Panic the second raid, some random probably OVA thing.
A leisurely day in the life of a fleet captain. Okay.
Yeah, and then we actually have Full Metal Panic itself. So the tag here is only because of one character, right? Who's not the main protagonist. It's obviously Chidori, who is the green-haired girl, and
this one.
Yeah. And like it really feels like this is a minor tag compared to the rest of it, because a lot of it is like, it's a mecha show.
Yeah,
it's a high school show.
I was gonna say you can do the same thing with Neon Genesis Evangelion, because Asuka is clearly.
Can I just say, just a quick glance at the next 14, because I mean, Shakeano Shana, I've heard that one. I've seen Full Metal Panic, obviously. Keep going. That's the next 7. Got more Full Metal Panic.
We've got Zero no Sakaima.
Wow, more Shakeano Shana. Similar things again, continuously.
Inuyasha.
Yeah.
Is Kagome a tsundere? Really? I guess she does. I guess she does hate Inuyasha at first, and then warms up to him.
I have no idea. Oh, Ranma half. Oh,
right. Okay, so obviously we've got we won't go too deep on it. If we scroll back up, So Xeno had a up.
Yeah.
So Xeno had his statement of that, he doesn't feel the stories are too strong. We had a quick glance through what are as a source, the top. Well, we went through about top 25 easily there, if not top 40 ones. Yeah, I mean, nothing really strong and mainstream there, and there seems to be the same shows coming up continuously.
The Monogatari stream is actually super mainstream.
Oh, the top not one. Okay, I'll give you that. But it's interesting. It's the second season, and I don't see.
No. You got Monogatari, which is the top one.
Yeah.
Then you've got Nisei
Monogatari. Okay, yeah.
Monogatari.
Right.
Let's scroll down further.
Once again, that's the same show coming up multiple times. It's just. No, that's fine. Well, I was just about to say to round off that point, so we can move on to the next one. So but I would feel that this is a fair trope for the number 10 slot. There we go. But yeah, it's definitely not one of Xeno's favorites, I suppose.
Cool. Right. Shall we? Yeah. Let's
back to
do
us.
our thing. Right. Okay. The next
number 9
trope. Oh, actually, I wanted to point out that in there. One of the picks I actually knew, which was Code Geass, right?
Mm-hmm.
The second pick, the
Hetalia Axis Powers.
Yeah, I've never actually watched that.
My nephew was obsessed with that show for a while.
I mean, to be fair, from what we've seen on that clip, I was actually really interested in it. But regardless, like Code Geass, I'm like.
Specifically, Code Geass Lelouch of the Rebellion?
Lelouch of the Rebellion. Yeah, Code Geass. But it's just like, the character that they picked is just... I don't think she's a love interest.
Yeah.
She has no... I just feel like...
The way they defined it doesn't have to be a love interest. It just has to be a character that hates the other characters and warms up to them. That's their definition of tsundere.
But the weird thing is, on Anime Planet, if you look at its definition, it's like, they have a romantic involvement. And it's just like, Anyway, unless anyone else has any other points, should we move on to the next one?
Sure.
Transformations.
Transformations. Right. Who? Go on, Nasuth.
Well, so they described it as a level up for a character, or even just a change of costume. Which, I mean, that's so broad. But they referenced some really popular ones: Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon. They also did Fairy Tail, although I think Loz seemed to have seen that one.
Wait, Fairy Tail transformations? What?
Apparently.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, they showed like a clip of a guy summoning a pair of scissors or something, and
villain, or it was the lobster guy who does hairdressing.
No, Ebby is the crab. It's cancer.
Yes.
I mean, it is definitely a trope in anime that they're like, oh, I haven't even reached my final form, that sort of thing. I would say this definitely counts as a trope. Whether they explained it right, that's up in the air, but it is definitely a trope in anime.
I think a lot of it is down to different forms of execution, because I mean we had Tenchi Muyo a second ago on the background,
because he technically transforms when he gets his costume change.
We're avoiding spoilers.
Sorry. There is technically a transformation in there.
Don't pull a Xeno here, right? Right. But it's so I think it's all dependent on like how it's.
Robotech has transformations.
Again, top men decided this, not me. Right?
Well, robots. So it's not a spoiler. No, I don't know if I'm like. By the way, my connection seems to be bouncing. So if I start lagging, just let me know. The main premise of what makes Robotech different from other anime is that they pilot fighter planes, which turn into half fighter plane, half robot, and then directly into giant robot. Compared to like a Gundam show where most of the robots don't transform.
Do robots count as a character?
Yeah. What's the main function of the show?
But it's the pilot that's actually using it.
That's a fine line because I mean, like, it's
yeah,
the same.
But
as
the thing the pilot is using transforms. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
No,
you know,
I'll
show
allow it.
turning into.
However, I was going to push back.
Go on.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But is it an anime thing? So I was thinking about historically. I was thinking, oh, is this first anime? But I was like, hang on a minute. You got Superman, Clark Kent, Superman. You've got Batman, Bruce Wayne, Batman. Spoilers. You've got Tony Stark, Iron Man. You know, these are all transformation sequences that you know. I mean, when was Superman, like 1920s? So is it really a or
he's
really anime?
Even when he okay, so for Superman, even when he's Clark Kent, he is still Superman underneath there. It's not the same as somebody that has to transform to buff up their power.
I'm gonna double back this. So first off, we have an easy one, which is the Hulk.
Okay, right? Yeah, Hulk is definitely a transformation.
And the sort of like original incarnation of Thor. So originally, Thor,
yes.
He was a doctor who managed to pick, like, you know, he was imbued. You know,
he was just like out in the woods and he found it. Or am I thinking of someone else?
I'm gonna fucking clue, dude. Like, so basically, he got given Thor's hammer or whatever, and he was turned into Thor. So, like, again, it's sort of like a Bruce Banner Hulk situation between the original Doctor, as far as I understand it. But this is going back ages ago. In the original Thor movie, when Thor was wearing,
there you go. There's your 3 forms for your robots in Robotech.
Yeah. Does that mean that Transformers are
a plane?
Yeah,
this is the name.
It's the fucking name. Jeez, trying to antagonize us. But I mean, I really just feel it depends on how it's executed. Again, right? So it's like, again, the Guyver was really interesting. Tekkaman Blade's really interesting. But like Dragon Ball Z, like the whole this is even my final form. I mean, that
Let's spend 10 minutes yelling at each other.
Brrr, my final form. I will beat you. Yeah, it's like, what is it there for? Like, is it just to sell toys? Like, I want to know what, like, the
deep cultural roots of transformations.
No, not even that. Like, what was the method behind the madness when it came to the author adding in transformations to their source material? I mean, like, obviously the Guyver was, well, that's how he gets his power, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's very akin to Superman. It should be transformation. That is literally the Superman trope, you know, where you've got the normal hiding the identity in the super form where they become the superhero. Whereas like the Dragon Ball Z one, it's more the transformation is normally used as a way to acquire a new level of power.
Yeah, so, but like my question is, like, why did Frieza have to have 4 forms?
To stretch out the story.
Was that it? Was that all?
At least in the anime, I'd say that's it.
What do you think, Loz?
The impetus might have been to show an escalating threat.
So,
Loz's internet's turning to trash.
There you go. Oh, do you want to pause? Do you want to pause?
No, I think you're fine now.
Yeah, you're fine now.
It keeps coming and going. It's, as you say, it's an escalating threat. It's so that they can have the characters, you know, a character comes in and they're almost winning, but then, oh no, the bad guy becomes a new threat, even stronger. That's basically the whole premise of Dragon Ball Z, is that on both an episode level and an arc level, it's the same thing, that one person becomes stronger than the other, and then a new threat becomes stronger than the status quo, and then they must become stronger than that threat.
Yeah.
Okay, so my question to you, because like Loz, you, it's been a long time since I watched Naruto. You watched like the whole thing, if memory serves. Wasn't there transformation?
I was right near the end. Yeah.
Wasn't there transformation stuff in Naruto?
Yeah.
Right. What was it like in that? Talk to us about it.
The thing is, it doesn't normally work so much like with power level in Naruto. It's normally technical finesse and the way that you can use a technique like this in this situation in an unexpected way. But then towards the end, it realized that I think the writer for Naruto realized that if you start doing the whole power level thing, it just becomes repetitive. Yes. So that was really saved for the end of the show, Shippuden. I know they've gone into the new version of it, but then they've got they've got kids, and the kids are actually the main focus. Unlike in Dragon Ball, it's like we're going to give it on to Gohan. Goku's the main character who's going to pass it on to Goku. Pass it on to Gohan. Back to Goku. It's going to pass it on to Goku. Back to Goku. You know, they could never let go of Goku. They were just too attached to it. But in Naruto, it was more about the characters learning to use a technique differently, or figuring out something. I combine with this to achieve this, and it's really hard. But sometimes there might be a trade-off. Like at one point, they start the main character starts developing a technique, but it's very rudimentary, and it damages his own energy because it's all about cutting. It's a little like it's an orb of wind energy that cuts micro levels in people's body, but by using it also does a bit of damage.
We're losing him
a little bit.
So if they kept using it, they wouldn't be able to use any powers ever again. Oh,
you're fine.
You're fine now.
Right.
Am I back?
Right.
Are you sure? I don't know what it is. It keeps coming and going. I don't know if it's going to just disappear. It's going to be somebody doing stupid things on the network, but you could give it 10 minutes to pass, but then it could just keep doing it. I mean, like now, I'm staring. I can see how it affects it in the Discord bar. I'm on 3 bars. It's not going down.
Well, we'll just
seems to be passed for now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, so they make a weapon that will eventually mean they might lose all them ninja skills, but eventually they then the main character acquires a new form that uses their energy in a different way, so then they can throw it, and they figure out a way to make it so they can throw it so it doesn't hurt them, and they regenerate better. So it's all about that. At the end of the show, though, it does go for power levels and jumping and my new transformation. But it earns those by building them up through the whole season, well, the whole 2 shows.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. I don't think transformations is particularly that bad.
I
think it's I don't think it's bad. No.
So, but I think to be honest, it's difficult to tell in terms of the Watch Mojo, top 10 list. It was like, are you saying these are bad or good?
I think they're just saying they exist, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, to be fair, I'm happy with transformation. Should we move on to the next one?
Yes, overuse of exposition. They described it as a useful tool. I mean, this is definitely not just an anime problem. This is something that exists in a lot of media. But it's a useful tool, tends to get overused in anime with flashbacks and long bits of dialogue.
No, see, the thing is, I know Watch Mojo is probably trying to keep its video length down, but the example they gave, I thought was stupid. Yeah. It's like they've just had a battle and everyone's been split apart, and then it's an Attack on Titan, and then one character says, "So anyone who's not here is dead, right?" And it's like that's what the character should say in that situation. Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, it might be like, "Oh, that," but yeah, exactly. But it was just it was natural dialogue. If it's when it's so, I mean, I do feel I thought you could find better examples, because I can think of this. But
they showed a bit from Cowboy Bebop, and it was like literally 2 lines from Spike, or no, 1 line from Spike saying, "Oh yeah, before this guy died, he told me to go after you." Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Something like one person says, "Why are you here?" And then the person's like, "Well, this other guy died and told me to do this."
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that is technically exposition, but what? Just what?
To be honest, though, it feels like there was easier choices. In terms of shows that are exposition heavy.
That was one of my big complaints about Scarlet Nexus, is that it didn't show you, it told you just constantly.
Yeah. Again, the battle after 5 seconds of meeting. Jesus Christ. It's just like, no. You want something exposition fucking heavy. You want something This was out when this Watch Mojo. Why the fuck did they not do Death Note?
Mm-hmm.
You want exposition heavy. Like, I think that he thinks that I'm Kira if I throw this tennis match. Dumbest shit ever. Like, I remember borrowing a friend's manga, reading Death Note, and I was really enjoying it up until that tennis match thing. And I was just like, no, I'm not reading this. This is stupid. How on earth could you think someone is a serial killer from the first meeting and playing fucking tennis? That is the dumbest shit I have ever fucking heard.
Genius.
Shut up, you.
You're a genius.
Your sarcasm.
Plan.
Your sarcasm just doesn't. He's just not thick enough, Loz.
I'm gonna eat this potato chip.
But like, so the examples that they gave, I just don't think they were that heavy on the exposition at all, right? But it's
or
like,
if they are, they picked really bad sections to show.
It's just like, I mean, I think the exposition heavy stuff is when it's like they're constantly laboring the same point. Things that Battle After 5 Seconds does all the fucking time, right? Oh, I have to be careful about. Wait, do I hit?
I have to be careful about using. Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, let's just slap the spoilers tag on for a second. Yeah, so big things about Battle After 5 Seconds is that his power is derived from
what other
the
people
enemies
think his power is.
His power is, right? And then he keeps on fighting this, like, I must convince people to think my power is this, but instead my power is actually that. And it doesn't make any sense, because as soon as you know what someone's power actually is, how on earth could you believe it to be something else?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, you'd have to have a cunning trap that made the illusion that something else happened because of your meaning that then would trick the person's understanding.
No, I mean, if anything, it's stupider than that.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you should turn around and say, like, right, my power is to make you think exclusively what my power is at the time I say it is. Right? So you
just go, I'm God.
Yeah, but it's like...
What's your power? Well, I'm God. What?
But...
if you just open that, people think, maybe they are God. There you are, you've got godlike powers. Job done.
But somehow, he basically convinces this one girl that's with him that, like, you believe my ability is that I can teleport. Now, I've seen you have the cannon. You've got the cannon. It's the cannon. Like, no. Believe that my ability is that I can teleport. No. It's the cannon. I've seen the fucking cannon. Why are you telling me that your ability is just the cannon? I've seen it. I've seen it in action.
But he ends up telling her. He ends up telling her what his power actually is. And she can still do it. She can still do the thing. It's so dumb.
She just like believe my power is telepathy, and it's like, okay, like I just don't understand how the fuck it just.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Sometimes it's done effectively. Sometimes it's just fucking awful.
Spoilers free?
Yeah, 10-off.
Spoilers free. Well, that's exposition. Yeah, it can be very heavy. Let's move on to the next one.
Next is... Oh, this is a good one. Harem. Good old Harem anime.
Before actually, sorry, I just thought of a great one for exposition.
Go back.
What does Pot of Greed do? That is exposition heavy. Every episode, I will cast Pot of Greed. This will allow you to draw
2 cards.
2 additional cards. Like, we know what Pot of Greed does.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's exposition heavy. It's like, even for things. Yeah. So next, Harem.
Yes. Harem. So they described it as a young man ignorant of his good fortune from living with many attractive women who fall for him. They do briefly say that reverse harems exist, but they don't go into it. Is
I would agree with them that yes, this is a good. It is an anime trope. I don't like how they display reverse harems because they are a thing and they are they do exist. I mean, just because the number of them doesn't discount them. Oh, there's not as many of these, therefore they don't count. It's like, fine. But then no, it's not fine. But then the thing I don't like is that the footage they used for explaining harem shows was High School DxD, which they say like, the protagonist doesn't know of his good fortune. No, that character knows exactly what is going on and is actively trying to do it.
Yeah, he is well aware of what the fuck he's trying to do. The other one they had was Oran High School Host Club, and again, it's just like, of all the shows they picked, like fucking DxD. No, the guy, like, he's trying to be the harem king, right?
What is the definition of a reverse harem?
It's
one woman and a bunch of men.
Yeah, that's Oran High School Host Club.
That's reverse. Okay, fine.
Yeah, but it's like I just like High School Double D of all things.
I'd be fine with this definition if it left out the naive part. Like if it was just
oh no!
Well, just like
no.
sometimes naive, or he's
exactly. We have watched some what's called harem stuff where like Infinite Stratos. Right? I can't even remember Infinite Stratos because the second season left such a sour taste in my mouth.
Things moved on screen is what I remember for second season.
There's Astra Squall. There's Chivalry Night. So something about Chivalry Night. I can't remember. Hold on, am I gonna have to get my list of
Data Live, which is up there at the moment.
Live, yeah, Dare Live. But he kind of knows the situation he's in.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's the premise. Well, no, he actually trained to do the premise. That's the concept.
Yeah.
Like, this is your job. Do this for us, otherwise the world implodes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of examples of the character knowing exactly what they're doing. I mean, there's plenty of examples of the character not knowing what's going on either. That does make it funny sometimes.
Yeah, we've got Martian Successor Nadesico.
Is that a harem show?
Yeah, like all the female leads are like after Agito.
I remember there being 2 female characters in that show.
No. There's 2 of them that he's aware of, but like there's Ruri. There's I think the pilot woman tries to go after him as well. There's like a few of them. Again, this is what Anime Planet is also saying, right?
Yeah, of course.
Trinity 7, Infinite Stratos. Oh god, just looking through this.
I don't think we will, but maybe we could have gone through the top 10 for every point on this list. Oh no, are we gonna?
Are we gonna do it?
We could.
Are we gonna?
Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick
pause it.
All right.
Wrong thing.
Yep. I'm on it. I'm on top of it. Right. So we've got this.
Yeah. So quintessential quintuplets, obviously.
I've heard of Clanned, but I've never watched it.
Clanned.
Jobless Reincarnation. Yeah.
Hold on. Jobless Reincarnation?
Yes. You've got at least 3 female characters, I think, in that.
Who's the 3?
You've got the okay, there's the elf girl he grows up with, who's like a bit of a shut-in. There's his magical trainer.
No, wait. Should we hit spoilers?
No, it's not really. They're just characters. Cool. I'm not explaining, and they're just female characters, and it's a harem. This is a harem show.
Wait, the magical trainer?
Yep.
Okay.
Spoilers.
No, it's fine.
No, I'll say spoilers. I want spoilers. Okay. Spoilers. Give me spoilers, son. Give me spoilers. He steals her panties, man. What more do you want? Yeah.
Wait. He steals her panties, a man, or he steals her panties, man?
He steals her panties and lists them as his secret treasure. Come on, man.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Let me. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. That was important plot points I was discussing there.
Clearly. Tenchi Muyo, War of Gemini. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Yeah. No, honestly, times. This shows up.
Data Live, High School DxD.
Shows up,
Canon. You Love Rue, yeah.
Yeah, Love Rue. I mean, it's Trinity 7, Tenchi Muyo was there.
1/2.
Really? What? I thought there was only one girl that was I can't. I actually, you know what? I don't care enough about Ranma half.
I think this one's a well-earned trope for the anime thing, and I think it's decent. You know, I can't. Right, so like I did with the one for the transformation. Can you think of many harem shows outside of anime?
Yeah, not too many Western ones. I think you end up with it in like drama shows sometimes, where like there's like, oh, there's this one hot doctor that all the women want to be with, but
that's not the crux of the show, is it? The premise.
No.
Yeah. Whereas,
does it have to be the premise though?
Well, that's the point. It's a harem show. You know.
Yeah.
It's the fundamental core of the show. Is that is the thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
But we just want to, before we move on to the next one, definitely agree that the whole the protagonist doesn't know what's going on. I wouldn't say that as a core part of it. Often part of it, but not definite. You know.
Yeah. Especially with High School Double D. Right, next.
Right, so we have number 6. The power of friendship trumps everything.
Yeah. What about the Avengers? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're friends.
They're friends.
They support each other, apart from during Thor Dark World. You know, they support each other.
So
apart from Iron Man 3.
So the video said that it appears mainly in shonen, often a pivotal part of a character's development, but still overused. So I'm not sure it can be both overused
Friendship
and a pivotal part of a development.
Everything.
Yeah.
The examples they give, can I just point out again in this video? They show Krillin whatever. I don't care about spoiling Dragon Ball. Who cares? Dragon Ball's just meh. So Frieza kills Krillin. And then Goku goes Super Saiyan. I'm like, okay, it wasn't friendship trumped everything. It was, if it was a trope, it'd be raising the stakes and transformation from the raising of the stakes.
Isn't it that more the girlfriend in the refrigerator?
No, because Krillin had agency. It is a bit that, but it...
Does he really?
Did Krillin serve at any other point apart from just to die to do that?
Face Duck. No, he didn't. Not at that point in the narrative.
What?
He did nothing.
No. Was that... Is it... No, not at that point. Did anything else depend on getting to that situation from him? He got Dragon Balls. He was there first.
But he didn't even get the fucking Dragon Balls, did he?
No, he did. He got some of them.
No, I think
he was hiding them from Vegeta. Don't you remember?
No, Bulma was hiding them from Vegeta.
Who gave them to Bulma?
Gohan.
No, they both did.
They both did.
Don't remember.
He doesn't exist solely to just die. That's the point. Is that the Green Lantern? I think the whole point of it, the comic, for anyone who doesn't know, putting girlfriend in the freezer, is that I think it's a Green Lantern comic. Comes home and his girlfriend's just dead in the freezer, and that's all you know about the girlfriend. I don't think you even know her name. She's literally just been killed and packed into the freezer, and it's just like, wow, okay, my motivation is my girlfriend is dead in the freezer. That's terrible. Absolutely useless.
I think there is a bit more to it than that, but not far from it.
But I wouldn't say Krillin is a girlfriend.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Krillin was a character, fully complete character.
I like the idea that he was a girlfriend in the freezer.
I mean,
Frieza's girlfriend. What? What are you doing? Let's just swap to a Dragon Ball skin, right? But okay, but the friendship ruins everything. I've watched Naruto. Yes, it does have friendship being an important part, but friendship wins over everything.
I'd say that's much more in line with like Sailor Moon.
See, like a part of me feels that they named this wrong, right? They should have said the power of friendship, right? Because even so, like you still have Yugi, right? Who is still playing the card game,
I'll give you that.
Who is still, beating everyone. They're not playing the card game. They're watching. They're just like, he gets to fight Maximilian Pegasus, and they're just stood in the fucking bleachers. They're just fucking watching. It's like, why the fuck did you even set up bleachers? It's supposed to be a one-on-one. I don't know, because your friends were going to turn up.
No, but then he traps them in the Shadow Realm, and the friends are just outside. It's like, oh my god, they're trapped in a giant black sphere. We'll hold hands, and the power of our friendship will protect Yugi and give him special powers. Yes, that actually happens. And it's like, okay, I'll give you that one. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, definite power of friendship.
Again, even in what's the name of JoJo, right? So JoJo has the power of friendship. Yes, the other friends do fight each other, but there is this huge bond between them where they're like, we can't, oh god, how do I explain this? Like, oh, I trusted you to do this thing. It's like almost like they've got telepathy, right? You know, it's like, oh, but he's never going to assume that I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull this lever at this time. And then, sure enough, he knew he was going to pull that lever at that time because they're that much of a cool friendship thing.
Amazing.
Like, so, yeah, exactly. It's like it's the whole like power of friendship. That's what I label.
That's my point. Is this trope supposed to be that just by going, I have my friends, I gain power? Is it supposed to be that, or is it supposed to be that, you know, that the trying to see, that's like the Yu-Gi-Oh one, where literally just my friends think about me, thus I become more powerful. But the example they gave is like Naruto and Shippuden, and it's not that I believe in my friend. I don't remember it being, oh, I believe in my friends, thus I'm more powerful. It's more the importance of sacrificing everything for friends and family. So if when they see a family member, like with the Goku one, they see a family member get injured, or you know, a parent will sacrifice for their child. Is what the actually what I feel going on. I don't ever remember a character going, and because I believe in my friends, I can now push back.
Yeah,
and...
I mean, again, like if you want to do a direct comparison between Yu-Gi-Oh and Dragon Ball Z, right? Yeah. With Yu-Gi-Oh, the friends actually genuinely believe that their goodwill and intentions actually affect the outcome of a card game.
Yes.
Right? But with Dragon Ball, they just stood on the sidelines because they can't do fucking shit against Cell. You know, like, you know,
so fast,
Goku might
follow them.
Yeah, exactly. That happened in the Saiyan saga.
That happens so many times.
Yeah, I mean, they do give they literally do. They do have this the thing where they give of their energy, but then they take the energy of the whole world to make the Spirit Bomb thing. But you don't have the entire Dragon Ball team sitting in the corner with their eyes closed, going, "Must think positive thoughts, must think positive thoughts, because my friendship will be transversed into the fighter."
I think the closest you can really get to it with DBZ is, well, it's actually in Super. It's not even in DBZ. It's when they form the Super Saiyan God by using like 5 Saiyans and they all combine their power.
God, I hope that's not a spoiler.
No one cares about spoilers. I just want to point. There's no spoilers in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball consists of, unless it's like who is a character, like if they're trying to be mysterious in a thing. But most of the time, it is just they get more powerful and win. Okay, so if no matter which arc, pick an arc. Goku gets more powerful and wins. I want to slow
this down a little bit because there might be some people that have never actually watched Dragon Ball. I don't want to jump to, but like I want to go back to this whole. You said a moment ago the Spirit Bomb thing, right? The three of us know what the Spirit Bomb is. Just to quickly elaborate, if Goku collects enough power from a bunch
of
life
energy,
if he collects enough life energy from
the planet.
No. Well, it's
living things.
Yeah. Then he can make this energy bomb, right? That's the crux of the whole thing, right?
Yeah, but it's life energy it's powered by, not like goodwill and feelings.
Yeah, but I want to point out though that I'm pretty sure that grade of grass over there isn't friends with Goku.
No, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, yes.
So it's. But
just we'll still get a nice cinematic where you see the wind waving and some grass, and then life energy will trickle out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, just like little white dots.
Yep.
Life energy. That's how it works.
Goku's friend to everyone.
So what about this one? I mean, obviously, I can think of an example outside of anime, which would be definitely because it's in the name. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which actually generates magic through friendship. Or Care Bears, yeah, there you go. So, do we feel this? I can't think of such strong examples in anime as that. I mean, apart from the Yu-Gi-Oh one, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh, where literally, come friends, let us join hands, and I will draw a giant smiley friend across our fingers in permanent marker, so that we will always be remembered of our bond of I drew a smiley on our hands. Yes, that comes up repeatedly.
One of the early series of Sailor Moon, they all had to. Like at the very end, they all came together to hold on to like boost Serena's power. That's about all I remember.
Through positive thought.
Yeah.
Hold on, why the fuck is No Game No Life? Fucking up, man.
Top man. Right, let's move on. Next, what we got?
Right, so we're halfway through. We're on to number 5. Nice. The one that they made up, literally, is called the Logan's Run rule. They described it as an unwritten rule that characters will have amazing skills, but still be like 14 to 18 years old.
I kind of appreciate this. I kind of get this. Like, for example, the Guyver, right? It's Sho is a high school student, right? And he gets this crazy, insane power, right?
Yeah.
He murders monsters.
Right? No. That's not what this is indicating. That's not what they're saying with this one. Right? Because he's a high school kid who gets this. It's right. The magical power or the power is from the suit, yeah. And then he learns to control the suit. But there's literally, you could have almost given that to any high school kid, and the same result would probably have happened. There's nothing intrinsically key about the main character. Okay. He's not like a neuro-bio super alien scientist at the age of 18. That's the difference here. So I just want to check before we begin. Do you guys? Here's a chat. Do you know Logan? So it's called the Logan Run.
Oh, I love Logan's Run. I love Logan's Run
rule.
I remember growing up on the TV series. I've watched the movie multiple times. It's terrible, but it's great.
For anyone who hasn't, because it is an 80s, 70s, 80s?
70s, I think.
70s franchise. What do they mean by the Logan's Run premise?
So, in Logan's Run, this isn't really a spoiler because it's like the whole premise of the movie. It comes very early on. They live in like a post-apocalyptic society, and they have this one city, and so they have extreme population control. Once you hit, I think it's 25 or something, they kill you.
Controlled by an AI.
Yeah.
Yep.
So everyone there is under 20 or 25 or whatever, but they all have these amazing skills and whatnot.
Not really.
Some of them do. Like the Sandman do.
No. Again, they don't. No, they don't have very amazing skills at all. Basically, everyone just lounges around in futuristic space communism because there's nothing to do. You never see them do daily work really, apart from the Sandmen. The Sandmen have a key job. I'll explain in a sec. And all they really do is lounge around, relaxing, and having sex with people. That's basically all they do. They do nothing but live in a pure opulent society. In some ways, it might be it's considered a utopia, but then there's the Sandmen. So everyone just, how it's measured. Everyone's born, they get a gem put on their, I don't know where it goes. I think it's the palm of your hand?
Yeah.
Palm of your hand?
Yeah, palm of your hand.
And when you get to 25, it turns black, which means you are to be executed, basically. But everyone is given this option of, what's it called? Carousel.
Yeah.
Where in theory it's like, oh, you can try for a new life. Try for a new life. And everyone's it's actually though just a trick, and no one ever gets reincarnated, but it kills off everyone, and they sort of fly up into a big burning thing and it just explodes them. And that's what it's just, they volunteer for it because they think, oh, we've got a chance to revive, but you don't. It's just the automated killing system. So the Sandmen are people who are still not black in the gems. They're below 25, whose job it is to go around and hunt people who try and run away. Yeah. They're keeping the order, the AI's order. So they don't have powers.
In Logan's Run.
Yes, so Logan then goes on the run is the key point. Yeah. In fact, what the AI does is the AI is trying to stop what it perceives as. Oh no, that would be then.
That's spoilers.
We're not doing that. Yeah, that's spoilers. But that's the key thing.
I think that's really all we need on it. Yeah.
That's the thing. So now applying that, because this is why I don't think this is a good one, right? Then you're applying this to anime, and what they're saying is these are young people with skills.
They're prodigies.
Yeah,
right? You can prodigies. Yeah. Now, if they were 12 and they're doing brain surgery, then yes, I'll give you that. And this is now someone next week will be like, Loz, you don't know about in which this 12-year-old performed brain surgery.
Yeah, they could have called it like the Wunderkind trope or whatever.
Yeah, or abundance of prodigies, I think would have been a better one.
Yeah, I feel that in Full Metal Alchemist's example and Yu-Gi-Oh's example, definitely.
Yeah.
Right? I could completely... well, I mean... Could you say that for Yu-Gi-Oh? Because he was cheating the entire time.
I don't think you can say that for Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, you can.
You can. Oh, you
definitely can.
Why?
Definitely.
Those kids are how old when they try to do the thing?
Fucking... No, it's not just that.
Thing?
Like,
right.
there's...
No. But the key thing about the spoilery thing is they're like kids playing with matches. It doesn't go well.
It's not then. It's the results afterwards.
Yes, but that's the thing, is that they learned through that experience.
Spoilers.
No, it's not spoilers at all. No. I
want to go into more details.
Spoilers, okay.
Yeah, so like we're going to go into spoilers. This is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. If you don't want to listen to this, jump to the time code. Right. The whole point is Edward, right, and Alphonse can use alchemy without transformation circles.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry.
Yeah, but that's because of the fudging they did as kids.
Yes, but no one else can do that.
No, but okay, right? No. This trope is that they don't. There's no explanation of how this 18-year-old is suddenly a lawyer. It's like they would only be at the start of the thing. Whereas there's a reason for it. They screwed up royally as kids, and because by the end of the show, you know that the act of being able to do transmutation, everything is some sort of weird thing linked to some whatever, spoilers in the show. That what they did, because they screwed up royally, is they basically unlocked it in themselves. It is explained. It's not just.
Yeah, but that's like the same for everything, though.
I'd still say that the initial circles that they did it's less like playing with matches and more like trying to do high level calculus, but getting the wrong answer.
Right,
so
the whole point
they're brilliant already, is the thing.
The thing is, like, no matter what show it is, even if it's Yu-Gi-Oh, right? We'll keep the spoilers on.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. I said, right.
Well, I already hit it.
Even if it's Yu-Gi-Oh, right? The whole point is Yu-Gi was cheating the entire time, right?
No.
No, the whole power of the Millennium Puzzle is you could draw whatever card he wants.
He just believes in the heart of the cards, man. Do you not believe in those cards?
That's just
the people could draw in the heart, believed in the hearts of the cards as well.
But the whole point
it's not just wasn't just the Thaylien puzzle.
Until explained, right? It's just they're fucking too good at it, and that's the point with Edward Elric and Alphonse. Like they're just so good at it. They're just prodigies until you learn the secret behind it. It's the same with Yugi. So
no. The thing is, though, right? The reason this is why I don't think it right. Yugi never screwed up to get his powers. The fact that this is why I feel the Full Metal Alchemist one is completely different, because they didn't just even that first one. You think it is that they're just. It's like kids. It's so hard. It's like kids playing with. It's like It's like kids who attempted to hack a computer using things they found lying around that were already pre-scripted to hack things, and they ended up hacking a nuclear launch code in Russia and firing a missile. Yes! War games by accident. That is what happens to Full Metal Alchemist. And it's because the thing is, if they didn't screw up and they just magically did it, and come on, they screw up royally. And it's basically just a floop that they ended up not killing both of themselves, but they almost did, and one of them is basically dead, It wasn't they're just prodigies and they picked up this book and with the explanation and did all this magic. If they just became adults without the whole bit with their screwing up as kids, then yes, I'd agree with you. But they don't. They mess up, as I said.
But the thing they're doing is literally impossible, so
I don't know. We can agree to disagree on that one. Let's move ahead.
Let's take off spoilers, right?
Okay.
I do feel, though, that given the explanation of if there's a justifiable reason as to why they're able to do this, right? Then they are not prodigies, right? Then I cannot think of a single show, maybe. Right. Case Closed? I've never seen it. Well, basically a show where the character is just a prodigy, right? Maybe Death Note with L, right? I don't know if there's, but the problem is I haven't seen these shows, and that's the crux of the argument. It's
wouldn't really
unless there's.
I don't even know that they said that in the
Gundam. I'll give you most of the Gundam shows. I mean, like even just the original one, he's like 14 and he gets in a Gundam and destroys a Zaku in his first attempt to fighting after flipping through the manual. And it's never explained why. He just does it. It's not like
says what you're saying it did though. Loz. I don't think it says that there has to be no explanation. It just says that they have these skills.
No, I know it doesn't. No, it doesn't at all. That's why. Well, first of all, they made up this Logan's Run one. I think it's silly, and they're basically just saying that in anime there's a lot of young people. But of course it is. It's one of the primary focuses,
young,
right?
Highly skilled people.
Highly skilled, and that's the thing, right? So in like for instance, I'll give you a difference, right? Of when I think it applies and it doesn't, right? In Gundam Seed, they are genetically engineered super beings who literally are thinking like supercomputers. So when the main character gets in it and reprogram in the first episode and reprograms the Gundam user interface to work better, that makes sense because he is a literal supercomputer. In the original Gundam show, the kid is just the son of the guy who built the thing, and then he's just on the development site because he's just there. He picks up the manual while in the cockpit, flicks through it, then gets up and just attacks a thing, and it's like, oh, he's a new type. He's just amazing. But he didn't know he was before getting in a Gundam and starting to shoot things with it. He just flicks. He literally, I could show you. He just goes like flick, 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 flick. Right, pilot this. Right, that is a prodigy out of nowhere.
But you just said there's an explanation though. He's a new type.
No, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
trust me. Trust me. It's not. No, because right. The new type explanation is just awful. It's just. It literally is. You can understand anything because you're a new type.
You didn't say it had to be a good explanation.
It's.
But wait. But doesn't that also apply to the characters from Gundam Seed? Sorry,
No, but he doesn't know he's a new type. He doesn't. No one has ever. He is literally the first new type, basically, or one of the first new types.
But the thing with Ed and Al, they didn't know.
Whereas in the Seed one, they are literally designed to be supercomputer people.
What was Yugi didn't know?
Yugi wasn't
they
designed
didn't know
to be
that they were cheating. So like,
he wasn't cheating. He wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. In the okay.
Who knew that this would be the one that would get us talking and arguing the most?
We're gonna have to chat about Yu-Gi-Oh because it's so stupid.
It's just so stupid. It's
I can agree that, like, for instance, like they're in the background. What we got, Nighthead, and they're like police soldiers, I assume, and they look to be about 17, and they're enforcing police with guns. Yeah. And that's just crazy. Now, then you can see we've got this. We've got High School DxD. Like, oh, look, she's just a school kid. Why is she so important?
You don't pronounce the X.
Oh, do you not? Okay. But anyway, okay. She's a school kid. But no, she's actually... What is she again, Drish? I forgot what she is. She's a demon?
She's a demon.
She's a demon! Freaking demons! Like, explains things. So that's like, yeah, so she's going to look young. So I really think this one is just, they're like, oh, yeah, because young people. I don't like this one.
It's just the show. It's just the show. It's Issei who's the like the prodigy and but I wouldn't even say that because I mean he dumb lucked it, didn't he?
Yeah, he has no real so he's just young.
So realistically, I think if anything that this Logan's Run rule, this unwritten Logan's Run rule, this bullshit Logan's Run rule, realistically it should be the prodigy rule.
Yeah,
right. It's right. Someone. I mean, fuck, if I could program something, if I could program a giant mech in like half an hour or less, I'd be super happy, right?
Yeah.
But, I spend weeks fucking sorting out servers. Anyway, right, should we move to the next?
Yes.
Oh, this one's also kind of silly, but it is Hair Principle number 1, which I think everyone knows what it is. It's the main character has to have the biggest hair. And they say it peaked in the 80s, but I don't really think that's true. There are plenty of modern examples of giant hair. But they gave examples from Soul Eater and Dragon Ball Z.
I love that JoJo just turned up. His hat is his hair. His hair is his hat. Everything is nothing. I don't understand. But like, I do. I mean,
I think this one's fine.
The way I describe this is it's impossible to cosplay that hair.
Yeah.
Right? It's impossible to do Ryoko. It's impossible to do oh crap, what's the name of the damn thing?
Well, just in general. Just like, I mean, look here, we've got these characters. Like, so you've got them, I can't remember the name of the character here. Like, most women and girls don't have hair that goes past their hips. Look at the length of the hair in two of those characters there. The length is just...
Like, you can
I assume it's very unmanageable. I'd love such long hair, but
you can get. Oh, yeah, I'd love to have hair.
You could get a wig, yes,
yeah, but I think like even if you were to have a wig, you couldn't do Goku's hair, right?
Not very well.
Because the problem is Goku's hair, just like Ryoko's hair, right? It faces the same way no matter what direction they're facing.
I haven't got a Goku skin, but I bet you I could get a Goku skin which looks all right. I think because it does work in video games, so I think you could.
Oh god, I just love it if in a video game like his hair was always pointing in the same direction.
Didn't you say this last week about Spike?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yes, but I didn't like that because of how they did it in the.
No, but I meant, didn't you say that you
Yeah.
couldn't do Spike's hair because of it? Okay.
Yeah. Are you gonna get me a Spike Spiegel now? You can put on a Spike Spiegel. Do we need to pause?
No.
Okay.
No. Oh yeah, there we go.
Should we go to the next
See if
one?
I can do it live. How's that gonna?
Sure. Oh, there we go. Kind of.
Spike
Oh, he's tall. Oh man.
He's very tall.
Look, okay, we got hair.
Yeah. See, that's some mighty good hair there. I mean, are you able to move the camera at all?
Yeah. Let me just pop this camera up a bit. Oh god, turn and camera. Right, let's put it back up. I'm gonna pop it down again for the. No, I can just do the rest in this, I guess.
Yeah, you can do the rest with this. That's fine.
How's that? Is that high enough?
Yeah, good.
There we go. Look at that hair.
It looks so weird.
Hair.
His hair is like 3 times the mass of his head.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty big.
Okay.
So this next one is less of a trope, in my opinion, and more of just like a setting. It's high school, and they described it as a setting to hook younger viewers into something relatable, with clips from Angel Beats, Death Note, and High School of the Dead.
I really feel the biggest one, the biggest offender for this was Bleach. Right?
Bleach?
No, seriously. Yeah, Bleach, because like, you know, why are you now wearing glasses in a coat?
That's his alternate Spike costume.
Okay.
Yep.
So the big thing with Bleach was that I don't recommend anyone watch it. I mean, it's not aged well. It didn't.
Bleach.
Yeah, no. You're the only person I know that's ever actually finished it, and even then, you hated it. Right, but the whole point is that with Bleach, the main character Ichigo ends up gaining some superpowers, and then he goes back to school.
Wow!
Like he continues to do his regular school shit and shenanigans. One of the reasons why I love the Guyver so much is that when Sho ends up getting the Guyver, he basically can't go back to school, right? Because they keep on hunting him down there. Have you got a glass?
Oh, ramen.
Oh, son of a bitch! I'm hungry now.
Hang on. You know what? Instead, I'll just sit here and I don't want to get. I gotta go. There we go. Cigarette. There we go.
Right, but the whole point is that I do feel that, especially in the early noughties, right, in the like 2000 to 2010, maybe in 2015, right, around that sort of era, there were so many shows that focused on life in high school, right?
Yeah.
Even Data Live, Data Live would always bring them back to high school. Shakugan no Shana, right? A massive big thing about Shakugan no Shana is like this one male protagonist. His life is just radically changed, like indefinitely. Goes back to school, right? And it just feels. And even the main protagonist, like Shana, she's not going to school. And I was like. That is where it's just like super weird. Again, Data Live does it well, I feel, but there's a lot of shows that just like, why fucking high school?
Because that's the audience they're trying to target, I think.
Because I go to high school.
Yeah.
So now I can relate.
It's that whole relatable thing again, yeah.
Fucking Full Metal Panic, right? Sasuke has to keep an eye on Chidori. Do you know what's the best course of action? Let's have Sasuke re-enroll in high school, right? Let's not actually take her away from the problematic situation. No,
hasn't he never gone to high school?
Exactly, right? So let's take. It's like saying, the president of the United States of America. He's like a potential. Oh God, assassination target. So what we'll do is we'll put all the security guards out on the lawn of the White House. This is a really bad example. I'm sorry. I should have.
We'll send him to high school.
While I was ahead. We'll send him to high school.
It's the perfect undercover job.
The president's daughter is like at risk of being got killed, so we'll send all the SAS. It's like all the SAS, all the Secret Service to high school.
No, it would be like as if
they even have high school in like Evangelion.
Oh God,
yeah.
They?
Yeah, it's not a huge focus, but there are several episodes that take place in the school.
So there's an anime that I actually really like, which is Spec Ops, Magical Girls Spec Ops, and effectively it's militarized magical girls.
Right.
And it's really, they've all had like military training, right? So girls, like, high school girls are the only ones that can become magical girls, right? It's just the law of the world. But they militarize them, so they actually train them to fight in urban combat, in desert combat, and all sorts of jungle.
Isn't that also Zero Stratos again? They are literally piloting war machines and only girls
going to high school. I think
go to high school.
But
we're going to high school to teach all the different people of the world to have different war machines, so that no one goes to war because everyone's got a small magical girl with a robot attached to it.
I can't remember why I don't like. I can't remember why I don't like Infinite Stratos. I think it was like the stupid harem element that.
No, well, it's because it was the first season is fine. You think, great, I want a second season, and it's not a spoiler, don't you? But the second season just doesn't increase its meta plot and just becomes there is a villain problem for them to kill, and it doesn't really achieve anything. Yeah. And it just, I think from the start of the season 2 to the end of season 2, you could just chop it out, and the characters are still in the same positions.
Yeah, but for the longest time, like I was sick to death of high school stuff.
But I'd still say this is less of a trope and more of a setting.
A popular setting, yeah. I mean, it's true. There isn't many anime set in the sewage treatment works or the nuclear reactor or
actually just
a stationary production company. But
just to highlight, so Nasuth, you've put Sunny Boy Top Men have put Sunny Boy in high school. I wouldn't put Top Men in I wouldn't put Top Men in high school. Jesus Christ.
Top Men.
I wouldn't put Sunny Boy. I wouldn't put Sunny Boy in high school because they're not doing high school things, right?
Yeah.
The reason why I put the Guyver in high school is because for the first 5 episodes, he tries to still continue to have a normal life, right? But it fails, it falls apart, right? There's other shows where as soon as they get the powers, they're immediately, out of high school, right? But again, it's just Shakugan Oshana. I love that show when I was younger. I don't know if it holds up now. I want to rewatch it just so does it hold? I can barely remember it. Just fucking always going back to high school, the place setting of high school. I don't know. I kind of agree with that. This is a trope. It always goes back to high school.
It all comes back to high school.
Tenchi was the one that I say doesn't go back to high school because after the first episode, he never goes back to the high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's thrown into the mad world. Anyway,
but the other thing I want to say is that it's also something which I would say 90% of the pop. I don't know actually because as an actual percentage, but okay. Especially in developed countries, 99% of people who grow up have gone to or progressed through high school. But at some level, maybe they drop out. But do you know what I mean? The majority of people. So it is something which is
relatable
to everyone.
Yeah.
To everyone, even if you know school, it's a common thing. No matter what you do afterwards, everyone's already gone through school. I mean, I can't think of anything that's just as universal as that in people's experience through life. But you don't remember being.
How well do you remember your own birth, Nasuth?
Vividly.
Oh my god.
He fits the Logan run.
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Yeah. So what secret?
He was a savant when he came out of the womb.
Okay, cool. Right. So let's let's move on to the second one.
Yep. Next to last is a fan favorite. It is fan service. Over the sexualization of women, young and old. They say it usually happens in comedies. You know what it is. It's short skirt, big boobs, big floaty boobs.
To be honest, I think.
Am I doing it right?
Yes, you are. I think there's a big thing there's more to fan service where, have you ever heard? What's called? People that don't know the term shot reverse shot, right?
Yes.
Where effectively you have someone talking to the best instance, the best example I can ever think of shot reverse shot is
any of the Star Wars prequels.
Supernatural. No, I was going to say Supernatural, but yes, Star Wars prequels are another brilliant one. But it's basically, you're over shoulder of one character, and then you do over the shoulder of the. So it's depending on whoever's talking is in the background. And the one thing about fan service is that if the guy's talking, it will be over. So it will the girl's butt will be in
the focus of the
foreground.
shot.
Yeah, in the foreground. Whereas if it's the girl that's talking, it's over the guy's shoulder. It's not the guy's butt. Where's the guy's butt at? Right? Where's the guy butt representation here? But it's just again.
I thought I just filled your quota of that. Do you want some more?
Yeah, give me some more guy butt.
You want some more guy butt?
But it does feel like that. So
yep,
I remember.
There you go. I'll lean in. There you go.
Woo. We call that a tight end.
In fact, if I play with the tracker, I think I'll make it jiggle. Woo.
Oh my god! Can we stop? Yeah. I'm just gonna say, where your hands were, it looked particularly dodgy. Right?
There's a tracker on my. Okay, whatever.
But anyway.
By the way, he is really lanky. I mean, I thought we said about this last time. Massively lanky man.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Man is super lanky. I just lank.
Yeah. But the whole the big thing that's what they should do. They should actually do the Netflix adaptation of Cowboy Bebop just in VR chat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, they probably could.
Anyway, sorry. The point I wanted to make was the longest time I'm pretty blind when it comes to fan service, right? I don't really see it. I see past it. I know that fan service exists in shows like No Game No Life.
Oh,
right. No, seriously. Jahi has fan service as well. Jahi, you can't miss it. In No Game No Life, I pretty much missed the whole thing. It's just what? There's fan what? And you see the little sister's underwear and stuff like this, and it does make people feel uncomfortable, right? That's fair enough. I remember watching the first season of Code Geass, which had little to no fan service in it. And then when it was the second season, all of the cockpit shots
for one character.
Was it? I want to say Callan?
Aaron?
Was that in Callan? I thought it was Callan.
I don't know.
Can't remember her name. Redhead, right? She always looks like she's stoned all the time. But she's piloting a mech. It's always down her top, right, or up her ass. Right?
But also, everyone else has piloting cockpits where they sit down normally. She has a cockpit where, or driving mechanism where she has to lay onto it as a motorbike.
Yeah,
the only mech that does that.
Yeah. So everyone else,
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
yeah, I mean, all the other the mech pilots, the camera angle is like this. It's
they're all literally sitting in a chair as well.
Yeah, it's just I'm piloting a mech. It's but her, it's it's like the fucking arse shots that Loz was giving us a moment ago.
Yeah. Well, she literally has to. No, but that's the thing. She literally has to lean onto her console to reach the controls. Yeah. Literally, the whole the setup of the cockpit is designed to present those shots.
And it feels
very similar to what was the other show that did sort of similar. Darling in the Franxx had a similar thing.
Oh,
I don't think there's anything wrong with fan service as long as it's not detracting from the story, or unless that's the point, in a comedy. That's fine.
Well, yeah, exactly, or comedy. Well, that's an example I think Xeno would like is that, and I've watched it as well. I also don't watch. I am a man of culture who doesn't watch it for the fan service. In fact, I don't even notice. Xeno, I don't even notice it sometimes. But High School Double D, there you go. I actually like it for the plot and for the
Yes!
fantasy setting they have created. And on the side, I know that this show gets funded and gets multiple seasons because other other people are there to watch the fan service. I want to know what's going to happen next in the plot. And it's like you could take that, you could literally chop those sections out, and I would still watch it.
Yeah.
But I understand that the trade-off that those things have to be in there because that gets it funded.
Yeah,
how Japan is. So yeah,
there's plot, and then there's plot, right?
No, there's plot, and then the plot.
The plot. Sorry, yes. So, but like, I'm in complete agreement. I love the actual plot for High School Double D. It's so, I want to say it's so unique and original when it comes to anime. Like, I cannot think of another show that comes close to spoiler. But like,
spoiler.
Yeah, but I'm just, but yeah, I mean the fucking like, oh god, I remember when I was younger and I bought the DVDs of Evangelion, right?
That's a good one.
This is before all of Evangelion was aired in the UK. And I think like 5 episodes were aired in the UK, and then I bought the DVDs, they arrived and everything. I think by like, I don't know, the 10th episode they arrived, and I binge watched the whole of Evangelion, right? When I was younger, I'd just binge watch an entire anime in a single day. And what it is to be an adult. But my mum was sat on the couch. So I was watching it in the living room. My mum was sat on the couch. My mum was on couch. My mum was on the couch, right? She was sat in the living room. She was doing some knitting, and all of a sudden you see the 3 main female protagonists in the nud.
What show are we watching?
Evangelion.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like, you know that meme. It's like completely wholesome show, completely fine, and then dad walks in, and it's
are you winning, son?
No, it's at the raunchy part, like the 2 seconds of raunchy scene, and like, just fuck, why did you walk in at that point? And like, again, High School Double D, you never want to watch in the company of other people, right? No, seriously, like, every 5 seconds, it's just like, yeah, it's not only is it not safe for work, it's not safe for family. And but I love the actual plot to the series. It's so unique.
No, I don't know about the uniqueness of it or whatever. But
so
yeah, I just appreciate that I do enjoy it.
I mean, look fucking Kona Sabah.
Yeah, some of the images that have been going on in the background are just perfect examples.
Yeah, none of these women have ever heard of a bra or panties.
Yeah.
Yes, they have. Kazuma steals them. Oh, wait, not theirs. No, he steals Megamind.
Oh, yeah, he does. But even so, like, but still, it is just like, oh my god.
So Nighthead here, the woman that has the red and black hair, she's dressed super skimpy, and there are long, loving shots of her assets. But it's such a small part of the story that it's fine. It's whatever.
The thing is, okay, so just as I was saying for the High School Double D, just the thing to appreciate is that obviously these shows are initially made for the Japanese audience.
Yeah.
And I do hope it stays that way. I just want to say I don't think they should start making anime for a global sensibility. It should primarily be made for Japan. In Japan is not the rest of the world. If Japan wants to have that sort of thing, that's Japan's thing, and if it sells in Japan, then that's okay for Japan. If it gets translated and transported out, you don't have to watch it.
Exactly. So part of the problem is, okay, so one thing I want to briefly touch upon is the whole Katakoa president thing. So Katakoa is a huge
talking about
publishing
touching
company.
On things during fan service.
Stop it.
I don't know
Stop
how
it.
it goes.
Stop it.
I think we're trying to tell you to stop it, Zeno.
He's a new president for Katakoa, and he wanted to censor a lot of the manga that was produced so that they could then sell it to US audiences, right, on Google Play and the App Store. The Apple App Store.
Yep.
Because it was just too risky. And like, I know one of them was the one that's aptly named MILF Sakai. I can't remember what the other manga that they showed. Was it No Game No Life?
I don't know.
I can't remember, but yeah, and basically this guy was the whole board did not like it to the point of he lost
third of his salary for the year.
No,
several years.
No. I think it was no, it wasn't that long. It was like I think he lost 20% of his salary for 3 months.
Right.
Or was it 25% of his salary? Whatever.
Or was it all of his salary for 3 months?
I can't remember. No, I think it was a percentage of his salary for 3 months.
It was an amount of his salary.
And he had to do a public apology to the company, right? No. I think
it was not just the company. It was to the audience as well. It was a generic.
Yeah. So again, I think it's really important though because again, it's homogenizing the quality of the content just to cater to the a broader audience to make more sales. No, just keep fucking.
Yeah, but the thing has become the way it's released now to the audience. Other people are appreciating it because of its unique sensibilities, its unique style, and that's what they appreciate and want of it. And then other people are coming in and saying, "Oh, but if we made it more generic and safe, we could sell it to more people." And like, no, we like it because of how it is. If you change it to try and appeal to more people, it will no longer be that thing.
Yeah,
but the other side of it is things like the laws that are applied in Japan. So, for example, I can't. It was early 2010s. The Japanese government brought in a law that stated you cannot depict a person under the age of, I want to say 18, smoking, right? So in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2, there were instances where all of a sudden Jotaro, the 17-year-old that's built like a brick shithouse, starts smoking, and then all of a sudden everything below his eye line is black.
Oh god, the laziest.
Right? Sorry, no. Sorry, no. Everything on his face. So the background was fine. His clothes were still fine. So it's just like basically this part of his face was blacked out. Right? There are some worse censorships. Like all of a sudden, oh yeah, this bathhouse, it's so steamy. All you can see is just a white silhouette around my face, and like
yeah. Magical steam is just covering all of everything else. But my face. Yeah, so much steam. It's like fog.
High school Double D fell victim to that like so much, right?
What was that? I think that show. What was that show about luck? About someone who had too much luck.
Oh, Bimba Gamiga.
That did it as well. Very.
That's a brilliant show. Anyone that has not seen Binbao Gamiga or Good Luck Girl in English, you should fucking check it out. It's so good.
Fine, I will.
Hilariously, they actually put a teaser promoting a second season. It never got it. Oh, it's so sad it never got a second season. But they tried really hard. And it's such a good series. But anyway, should we go on to the final one? Yeah, number 1.
Yep. We have anime facial expressions, which, again, I'm not sure that's a meme. That's just anime. Described as using big and easily identifiable expressions to get across emotions. Big eyes, small beady eyes, big mouths, etc. Shorthand for the animators. They even showed like live action actors trying to do it. And they used clips from Black Butler, Hetalia, and Ace Attorney, the live action. Again, I don't even really think that's just. I don't even think that's a trope. I think it's just the style.
Yeah. So this is a key element of the style. I mean, yeah.
No, there is something to say about the sweat drop and the vein throb. Definitely.
And then I suppose you have other ones. You have like the wavy lines on the face when they're like
down. You got like his face right here with the tiny beady eyes.
Pupils,
and the big mouth.
No, that I'd say is just him being in shock, right?
Yeah, I think you have to think. Could you put it in a Marvel comic? And I think you could put small eyes like that in a Marvel comic.
But that's the point: is that it gets across the expression of shock in a very overdramatic way. I can't really get rid of our pictures, but
then you have
and then you have
that
stoic, realistic, monotone, no expression.
I'm sure there are other good ones in there, but yeah.
I I mean, I think another big one in shows like Pokemon. I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh did this, where the mouth is so expressive, it actually goes beyond the limitations of the jaw.
I think it even happens in Jahi.
Does it?
I think so.
I can't remember. Again, this is sort of stuff I just don't notice.
It's the best I can do for a JoJo pose.
You can't spread your fingers out.
No.
Oh. But still, I don't feel that Jahi.
I love all the pictures of fairies. Perfect. No silly facial animations here. Yeah.
I don't
know. Like things like the teardrop, you would never see that outside of Japan.
Yeah.
That's it.
But does that? Does that make it a trope, or does that just make it like a cultural thing?
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just just part of the style, a generic part of the style. Like, see, I would say the increased amount of fan service you can't really call part of the style. I know that it has a reason why it's there, as we said, it gets things funded, but it's not. You can get fan service in other things, whereas the unique, over-expressive, beyond what is. I think that's the point here. Is these are facial expressions which are not humanly possible.
Yeah.
Well, look at, like, for example, Brock here with his eyes permanently closed, right? I just like that is often a use in anime. You how many characters do you see that like my eyes are closed and like, how are you fucking seeing anything?
Are you Mega Man now?
He's trying to. His thumbs
don't
go up.
They don't go up.
My poor twisted thumbs were ruined in an accident when I was 2.
With the anime hands. Yep.
But yeah, I do feel that there might be something to this, but I don't think this is a trope.
Yeah.
There we go. We got some faces there, but they are not. None of the elements there are not something that could be recreated by a normal person, human. And you could put that in other animation forms, like Western animation could do that sort of thing, and a person could recreate those faces. The eyes, the style of the eyes is not possible, but you could still recreate the mouth, the facial tension in the upper above the eyebrows.
I've been watching Battle Angel Alita. Sorry, Alita Battle Angel.
Quite actual. But when it's things like the overly expressive things like the teardrop, the stress lines, the eyes going all swirly.
Yeah.
The
huge
closest
huge
comparison I would say is in Western things would be like things birds circling around your head.
Yeah.
But you don't get that in Japanese one, but Japanese animation. But you would say that's a Western animation trope. So light bulb, yeah. So is it a trope or is it just part of the style? That is the question.
I mean, I guess style can also be a trope, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel.
There we go. Well, it's like part of the style. The trope is the part of the style.
Cool. Right. Well, I think that's it for the list. I don't think we need to dwell on it much longer. I mean, I don't know how much.
We want to touch on any of the honorable mentions?
Let's go. Protagonist sits next to a window, and this is relating to the school one. It's just literally the school one. It's like, well, you either have the chair not next to the window or next to the window.
It does happen an awful lot, though.
It does, but at the same time, I can think of plenty of shows where they don't sit next to the window.
Yeah. Well, see, that's I think a better one for a trope, though, because it's not universal. It's used in specific situations.
Yeah. If anything, like maybe the loner.
Yeah, that could work.
One that gets distracted easily is sat next to the window. But beyond that, no. I mean, I can think of plenty of anime that protagonist always eats a lot. Maybe in Shonen Jump.
Goku. Yeah, Goku is the one I can think of. Yeah.
Naruto as well. But I can't think of anything beyond those two. Really.
Maybe Konosuba a little bit. When they actually can afford food.
No, but it's not on the same scale.
Yeah, no, it's not. Like fucking Dragon
Ball
Goku
Z. will finish plates.
Yeah.
And Naruto will finish bowls of ramen. It's just
fucking. Was Natsu in Fairy Tail? That was the one that they showed off, right? He just eats. Yeah, no, he does. He was eating a shit ton. right? Again, it's very much a Shonen Jump thing.
Shonen Jump thing, yeah.
All right, okay.
Single parent.
Single parent.
I got one. Right. Get in the fucking mech, Shinji.
Yeah. He wasn't. Wait, he wasn't a single parent. His mom was still alive.
Spoil it. I was about to say that myself. A spoiler. Yeah, isn't his mum? His mum is the robot. Isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's fucking bullshit. That doesn't make any fucking sense. The spirit of his mum's in Evil One. Right? That doesn't make sense because Evil One existed before the fucking mum died. It makes no sense. Stupidest plot element ever. Shinji. Get in the fucking robot, Shinji.
I mustn't run away.
So just to go to Western versions of this, would the Western version be both parents dead? Because that's a normal thing.
Disney princess syndrome, yeah.
Yeah, your Disney princess. Your Luke Skywalker. Well, actually, no, he's not dead, is it? Or seem to be dead.
Oh no, I mean, come on, Darth Vader's not in his fucking life, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, single parent. Well, it's like both parents are at least seem to be dead.
But I mean, the big thing is in anime, the parents are more absent.
Yeah,
than
that tends to be the case.
A single parent. Right? How many times do you see an anime where the characters have been shipped off to live on their own close to the school? Right?
Yeah.
It's true though. Yeah, get the fuck out. Right?
I think that might actually be a cultural thing in Japan. I think that'd be more common, but it's not very common in Western ones. So yeah, that's why I think it's a bit of a trope. I think that one would work better. That's a more interesting trope,
Yeah.
Nosebleeds. No, I think this goes into 10. This is another example of the teardrop. This is another example of the thingy lines. I mean, the lot. I think it actually comes from a bit of a fake. It's supposed to be that like the blood vessels in the back of their nose are weaker than. Apparently, they're weak in Japan or something, to the point that if you get excited, your blood pressure increases, and this causes you to have nosebleeds from being aroused. Basically, that's what it is. I don't think that's a medical condition. I'm sorry.
It is now. Anime has taught me much.
Yeah.
The last one was over-the-top costumes.
Apparently this person has never seen like any like comic book characters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
or any real life, like some of the stuff that comes out of like the fashion world is just insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a good point there. I'm going to wear this bubble wrap.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, pay me $1 million for it.
Yep, so I think that's everything. We did the whole video.
Right, should we jump to the 3 panel?
Yep.
Because I have totally lost control. Right, so as we said last time, we're going to do the supporter questions. So we have Drunk Arbiter asks, what's the anime you love and can't rewatch because you know it's bad, but you don't want to ruin the nostalgia?
Ooh. At this point, probably something like Evangelion.
No, that's just fucking shit.
But I loved it when I was a kid.
You were stupid as a kid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, most kids are.
I'm trying to think. Can't think.
So what was the question?
What's the anime you love and can't rewatch because you know it's bad, but don't want to ruin the nostalgia?
Oh.
Probably going to say actually Cowboy Bebop.
For me, I know Drew's going to hate this, but I'd probably say Tekkaman Blade because I'd love to see a movie version. Because I bet if I watched the 52 episodes version, I think we tried at one point, that it would just get bogged down in repeated use of footage, and I'd be like, this is really bad. But I actually really loved the show and the premise, but it had to be duplicated and stretched up to 52 episodes. So I really loved that as a kid. In fact, it was on at like 7 o'clock in the evening for me, but it was right when we went for sat down for dinner. So most of the time I wouldn't be able to watch it, but I really wanted to because I thought it was amazing, just the main character and just so amazing. But I bet because I even only saw intermittent episodes, I don't think I've ever watched this from start to finish, but I don't think I should go back and do it because I probably would be like, I'm so bored. Yeah. I'd love some movie versions though. I bet movies would be good.
Oh, I actually have a better one than Ava. Well, a more obscure one than Ava. It's called Ronin Warriors. I remember watching it as a kid and loving it. I've tried watching it again as an adult, specifically the Japanese version because I saw the or the English version on televised, and it's a slog. I can't do it. But I still love it. I still love the memories of it. I just can't watch it now.
Right. The next question is from Tobiah. What anime can you only watch the abridged version of because the abridged version ruined or was more iconic than the original?
Yu-Gi-Oh! There's an easy answer here. Dragon Ball Z abridged.
It's ditto, yeah.
And Yu-Gi-Oh! I have watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge probably at least 10 times through. Honestly,
I kind of wish that Little Karibo would recut the footage because
the first ones, yeah,
it's interlaced footage and it drives me insane.
Yeah,
my poor brain is just like, but yeah, no, it's like I'm a kleptomaniac. No, I totally get where you're coming from. But,
I love it. I could never. The thing is, you can never watch it because it's like it's even worse than Dragon Ball Z. I guess Dragon Ball Z has characters standing like this for 5 episodes, yeah. But Yu-Gi-Oh has like a duel, which is literally just they put down 2 cards each person goes 2 cards, and that takes an hour and a half because it's 3 episodes. It's just like when all they did was a few turns apiece, and then they won because Yugi cheated, as you say. But so yeah,
honorable
but the abridged,
mention,
I love the abridged so much.
Honorable mention is the Goblin Slayer abridged. Right, I'll still watch Goblin Slayer, right? Yeah. But goblins,
yeah,
I love.
Yeah, that one I could watch both of.
If anyone has any recommendations for bridge shows, like please put them in the comments because
we'd love to do a show on bridge shows.
By all means,
that'd be good. Yeah. The only one, I mean, I've watched it a few times, bits of it, and I probably, if I had to, I'd probably watch the abridged rather. The thing would be the Bleached abridged. That was all right. Wasn't as good as Dragon Ball's abridged, but it was pretty good.
Yeah. Zrugel asks, do you normally watch a lot of anime, or have you been watching more since Kanpai Cast started? No, I normally watch a lot.
I want to watch more. I haven't watched more than Kanpai Cast started, but it makes me want to watch more. Definitely. And I probably will try to soon, but just so many things on so many plates. I'm hungry.
As a person that hasn't really watched much anime since like the early 2000s, I've definitely started watching more since Kanpai.
Cool. And then Thaylien says, I present you the Kazuma Dilemma.
Oh no.
Kazuma. Yes, I'm Kazuma. Right. You can be reincarnated in another world with one item of your choice. What do you choose?
I assume we're going to take away the goddess offering me this choice.
No, you can take whatever you want.
I'd take a goddess with me.
Was that you would?
Yeah, if I had the option. Because that's what Kazuma's choice is. But if you want to take away Kazuma's choice, which I think would be better, more interesting.
Okay, fine.
I want a ring of infinite power.
You
said anything?
Yeah. I mean, part of me's tempted to say a bag of infinite holding.
No, that can work too.
I want a lamp with infinite wishes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, I didn't go that route because I could have had a ring of infinite wishes, but wishes usually tend to end up backfiring on you, so I didn't want that. I just wanted infinite power.
A lamp of infinite wishes that are not allowed to backfire on you.
There you go.
Well, my first wish would be none of my other wishes are allowed to backfire on me, you evil genie.
Oh, well, see, then they just kill you.
That one backfired.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Your wishes will backfire on you. You're now dead.
That's backfired on me. Thus, I've defeated the genie through logic, which will destroy the whole universe.
No, you said none of your other wishes.
None of any of my wishes, including this one. Yeah, okay, I'll get you. It's a good point. You've got to consider the hubris of your question, which Dragon Ball Z Abridged taught me. I love that one.
Okay, right. And then, so that's it for the supporter questions. Remember, if you want to ask any supporter questions, please feel free to jump into my Discord, be part of the Patreon shenanigans, $1 a month, and you can ask whatever questions you want within reason, and it will be read out in the next episode.
Do it.
for the comments of last week. We only have 2. Can we have future meme links in the description? I enjoyed them, but your portraits were covering portions of them.
Yes, right? I think we did put the link for that video in there, didn't we?
Yeah, I thought we did.
I gave it to you.
I think he was looking for links
individual
to the images.
Yeah,
didn't realize it was actually in a video form.
That all of those images from last week were taken from one video. Right. Even though I found some of them individually, but then they're actually redone in the video. So I just went, hey, I'll just do all the ones from the video. So that video actually has all of the ones used in that episode. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, but next time I will make sure they're in.
I think we're also considering doing memes, aren't we?
Are we? Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll discuss that.
I'm sure. So I'll go look for a subreddit. I'm sure there must be an anime. Yes,
I'm already
subbed to it.
Right. And then Thaylien says, honestly speaking, I'm glad you didn't cover Ghost in the Shell. There are issues with that movie that are definitely not in keeping with the lighter nature of the topics you covered. I put this in here because I can't actually remember the Ghost in the Shell movie. I just remember it being bad.
I did just recently watch it. I'm not sure what issues he's talking about.
I thought it was okay. The only... I think I've said the only issue I had with it was that there's the... Did I say it in the recording or did I say it afterwards to you, Nasuth? I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
Okay, the only issue, I think they could have fixed that film with just a couple more scenes. And one of the scenes that they needed to put in was Scarlett Johansson walking down a street and seeing someone else using the Scarlett Johansson body, because that then hammers home that she's just in a shell. And then if you really want to really hammer it home for people who don't get it, she could literally then walk past a shop front that has the same body in several poses and several dresses, and it could then, she could look at, or she could be in a street where she sees every bodies for sale, and in each window there's just one body used multiple times to really hammer home you're in a robotic suit, and that would show the disconnect and the distance of the future. That is one of the key scenes in the movie, and it's just cut.
The original movie, yeah.
In the original movie, she walks down the street and she sees somebody wearing the same body. Now, obviously, that's why I think you should also do the shop front, because some people are like, "What? There's 2 of her? I don't understand." But it's like that she's just wearing a generic shell. Yeah, that's what some people would say. But then if you saw a shop front that just shared 50% off as well, why not?
Yeah.
That would be a good... You just needed a few more tweaks and scenes like that just to push the setting and the key thing more, and it would have worked better.
Well, are you happy, Thaylien? Really now we've covered it. It's all your fault.
Right, well...
no, actually, just to put out Thaylien, if you've got your... Because Nasuth can't remember what you think your problems are, do let us know, because we will...
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Right, well, I think that's it for this episode of Kanpai Cast. We've covered all... Sometimes you never actually do it, and then this time we've gone too early, right? Not yet, Loz. Right. But yeah, so we've gone over Watch Mojo's tropes. I don't know when we'll go over this again, this format. I think it will be a good few weeks first. We need to find another list to go through.
Oh, we got other topics to do.
We're coming up. We're coming up on the end of the summer season, so I mean that's going to be soon.
Yeah,
couple weeks from now, I think.
I think it's the end of the month.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Anyway,
cool. Right. Well, that's everything. So now, Kanpai!
Kanpai!
One day I'll get it right.